Hello everyone and welcome back to All the Mods 7. I am back in my old world because a few people have mentioned a couple of bits and I wanted to just go over a couple of things that I did in my previous world and why I'm not going to be doing them, well, yet. I probably will at some point. I'm in creative as well because I think I did a world download and I cannot for the life of me remember where I put my chest. So this is my, what do you call this, a lab? I suppose this is a lab, yeah. So first things first is I did set up, what's this? This is hostile neural networks. So I set that up and this is all being fed from refined storage. They're all going into refined storage here. All of these, like there's a slime one getting us tons of slime, all of that for example. I have got some Mahao Sukai? I can't... Never been able to pronounce that. Oh, poop. I just broke those. Yeah, oh well. What else did I do? So I got bees. Quite a bit of bees, as you can tell. That's a lot of bees in there. This is just for uranium, because that's what's feeding this bad boy. This is Small's... What did I call you? I think I called you Small's uncle. Or you Small's gran. I can't remember now. But yeah, that is being fed with all of the... So these radioactive combs turn into wax. And there's some other bits. I think it's the uranium grit. We do have tesseracts in this version, but we don't have that in the version that we're playing currently, which we will get back to this episode. It's not all going to be about this. What else did I do? So that's all that. There's this over here, which is all the salvagers. So these salvagers from Silent Gear, if you put something in this, it will... so I'm in creative right now, so I can grab diamond armor. So let's grab one of these, stick it in like that. It does take a little while, which is why I've got like a ton of these, because all of these are being fed with items from our mob farm. And that'll give us 8 diamonds. And for some reason, they're not being pulled out. Must have missed this one. But yeah, the modular routers will pull that out of there and put it in the interface. The interface will put it in our system. So how do I get back out of here? Yeah, there we go. And then if I pop down here, this is our mob farm. I don't think it's working right now because I turned it off. Turned everything off before we started. In here we've got, let's just break in. We've got wither skeletons, zombie. Oh yeah. Wither skeletons, zombies, blazes, spiders, piglin brute. I don't think I ever set this one up properly, but anyway, witches, vindicators, and endermen. So that got us like a good amount of everything. And the zombies are in here, not because of zombie flesh, but because of the items that they drop. So if you look here, you see they've got like some chainmail on there. The chainmail, it's not just chainmail, they spawn with like different armor sets. I think this is the same for the wither skeletons. Yeah, it looks like. And those armor sets are what's being fed up in my my salvager up here. These things. What else did I do? So I also got into Mahao Sukai quite a bit. So I've got a villager spawner coming into this bit, and they're all being killed to give me some Mahao at the top there. Okay, this is the other spawner I have. This one never really worked. This is the Delightful Dirt, which is supposed to spawn the passive mobs, but the only thing it would spawn is platypus for some reason. Oh, and draugmes. This one in here is Dreadful Dirt. I'm going to get away from that because it's quite loud. And the Dreadful Dirt would just spawn random like bad mobs. And basically, yeah, all of the stuff that comes out of that will go into the salvagers to get me loads and loads of resources. I didn't want to do that in season 2, not right away, because I want to find out all of the different bits, if you know what I mean. I want to find like good ways of doing everything. This one here has our mixing recipe thing, but I've set it up for like all the ores. I've got another one on this side, and I'm using these storage monitors. I think it looks kind of cool. I also got pretty far with mine colonies, but it's in a big flat area, so it's not amazing. I quite like the one that we've got now. Anyway, let's get back to our Season 2 area. And we're back in Season 2 world, whatever you call this. I was using this this builder to sort of flatten some terrain, and then I built it back in by hand a little bit. Over here. I think this is hollow. Oh, maybe not. Oh, I don't know. But, yeah, I quite like this. We're going to maybe knock down this entire area. Right, there you go. I'll hover for you guys. Knock down this entire area. They're doing pretty well on removing this this restaurant right here. They'll start on this eventually. This over here is going to be the tavern. This is the thing that like attracts other. He's going pretty quick now. Pretty good. Yeah, this attracts like new people. Yeah, I think once new people turn up, we can like buy them with stuff. So we can feed them like diamonds or cake, something like that. And yeah, they'll be part of our colony now. So anyway, I decided that I think this episode we are going to do something slightly different. And I've already made a start on it, but I haven't finished yet. And that is... So we did a bit of mechanism last episode. We are now going to do a lot more mechanism. This is my automated way. I can upgrade these whenever I want, but this is kind of like automated mechanism. You know what I mean? So we've got some metallurgic infusers. I still need to figure out how to do power. Might have to do power on the front. It's not going to be the prettiest looking build, but power on the front for now. I was thinking about using the modular routers. So I think it's this dude here, the one that's camouflaged. I'll take that out actually. Yeah, I was thinking about using this, but it's quite slow and it doesn't send like ridiculous amounts of power. So we are just going to use that for the cloches for now. Another thing I was planning on doing is setting up a couple of these setups. By the way, this is now being powered directly from the gas burning generator itself. This doesn't need to be here, nor does this. But we can put some of these in compact machines. And we can have like a little power block. And then we can have that power block maybe set up here, for example. And then there is tunnels now in compact machines. So they've actually started doing these again, which is really good. So we could do an energy tunnel, have that piping out energy maybe to the top or the side or wherever. And then that will power all of these. I could do something like that, but I think... I don't know. I feel like that's something we should do. So I might do one here and one here and then power all of these. So let's go over what we've got right here. So first off, we've got some crafters from Refined Storage. There is, you can see it just here. So there's covers from Refined Storage right now, which are really, really useful. If I grab this thing, you can see them like that. So I can cover that back up. So that is what we're going to do on the back here. That's why this wall is like broken, because I'm going to use Refined Storage to the covers at least to like cover this back up. I'm going to do the same on this side. So I've got crafters, which go into some spruce barrels. These are actually sophisticated storage spruce barrels, and I made them iron ones, so they're a bit bigger. We've got a little bit more storage in here. Then we've got logistical transport pipe things piping out of here into metallurgic infuser, and I've got 4 of these because there's kind of 4 like whatever you call this bit here, 4 of these bits. So biomass we're not going to do anything with, we don't need to. Diamond, we do kind of need to do stuff with diamonds, so that's going to be one of them. Carbon is going to be the second one. Redstone is going to be the third, and then refined obsidian is going to be the fourth. And we're going to set up the recipes to make a certain amount per time. So, for example, if we go back in here and go to this one here, the enriched redstone right here, this will make 8, or it will make 80 millibuckets of redstone in this bit here. So we can set up the recipe for this here to be 8 and send one of these as well. What the plan is the recipe will be one of these, or sorry, 8 of these. One of these produces 8 infused alloys. So we can do that right now actually. This is my pattern grid. I left this back open just to show that you can have the exporter, which by the way this is making patterns with the crafting upgrade. And that will craft some patterns. I don't actually have all of the resources right now to make the patterns. But if we were to make some more, I think it's out of this quartz enriched. So if I do that, that adds a bit more into the system. I might be out of other stuff actually. Let's try and make a pattern and see what comes up. Pattern. I'm out of glass. Okay, so if I make some glass, it will start creating more patterns for us and filling this up. That'll be ideal eventually. But yeah, so in this one here, we can set. Let's just do a recipe for No, what is it going to be? Alloys. So this alloy here, we can do something like that. And so we want refined, no, what's it called? Redstone is enriched redstone. So there you go, there's all the enriched stuff right there. So we can do that. Click on this, spam this up to 8. Click on this, spam this up to 8. We get a pattern for that. Let's make this one here the redstone one. So stick that in like that. What that will do is it will take an enriched redstone, which we will set up the pattern for that in the enrichment chamber here. So enriched redstone, easy enough. You can stick that in here. This pattern right now is just for patterns because I don't have any other crafters set up right now, but it's fine. So if we were to order some alloys, what it would do is first off it would go off and make the enriched redstone, and that will put a redstone in here and then output out the back. It would grab that, it would stick it in this barrel here, which once we configure this, so we can do that. I think that like moved stuff from my inventory. That might be a bug right now. Oh, cool. Huh. But yeah, so on the left we're going to have inputs, which will be for this slot. On the bottom, there we go, is the extra. So iron will come in here and the enriched redstone will come into this chest here. Or, sorry, this is a barrel. The iron will go up and into the left slot. The enriched redstone will go down and then up into the yellow slot right here. And fill this up. That will fill up that one. The back, which is here, will be an output. And when stuff like gets finished, the importer, which is on the back here from refined storage, will pull that into our system. So I hope that makes sense. But what else we can do is if we set up, I'm just going to start setting up some recipes. So I know in here there's this recipe. So we don't want that, we want this. And we want 4 of these, make 4 of these. So that will also go in here because this is also using redstone. This one here, we will use the enriched diamonds, which has this recipe. And I can't for the life of me remember. So that uses 20, so we can make 4 of these. So let's do 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 of those as well. So that is for the diamonds. The other recipe is this one here. And I again don't know how many. So for the refined, that uses 10. So, and we get 8 out of the enriched. So that is, I think we have to use 8 right there. 8 right there. Again, we'll set up the enriched stuff in a sec. So that will go in there. Any others used for this? Nope, there's just 2 recipes right there. Enriched obsidian has only got 1 recipe, which is this. So that uses 40. This gives us 80. So that'll be 2 recipes of this. And we are using these in different metallurgic infusers. Just... Oh, wow. Okay, it's proper chucking it down. Let's have a quick sleep. Right, there we go. Quick sleep right there. So we are using different in metallurgic infusers just because we don't want like the refined obsidian to go in here and then the iron, because that's how, like, if we were to do it here, the refined obsidian would come in, it would go up, it would go into this slot, or down and then into this slot. And then if we also had like one of these recipes in here, it would send the iron in, but not the enriched redstone, if you know what I mean. So it would be refined obsidian in here, and then iron, which doesn't make anything, right? So that is that one, and then the last one we want to make is for steel. Oh wait, if we do enriched, we can use this carbon, and we can see what this makes. We could set up one of these, but I'm not going to get into that power for a little while, so we want to change that to be 8. And change that to be 8 as well. And then we want to do the same thing for this. Set that to 8. Set that to 8. Technically we don't need to do this because we can get steel by other means, but I like to do it this way and set those recipes up properly. I do need to go through, obviously I need to give these power as well, but I do need to go through and set the side configs for all of these, but I'll do that off camera. The enriched, so we can easily just set the enriched stuff up. I'm going to use a diamond for that. That's going to be a bit painful, but that's okay. We can chuck all of these in here. The crusher, we needed the crusher because we need a recipe for the refined obsidian right here. So we need powdered or obsidian dust, or create, or yeah, that one there. And that is not a crusher recipe, that is an enrichment chamber recipe, so we don't actually need the crusher. But we can enrichment chamber some obsidian to get 4 obsidian dust. We have got an osmium compressor right here, and that is set up in the same sort of fashion as this, where we will send some osmium here and some of that dust, some of this dust here, in here to make us some refined obsidian, because that's how you make refined obsidian. So let's go via this route. Never mind, that is not how you make it. there is a reason why I did it, why I made one of these actually. I got that wrong. So the osmium compressor is because we are trying to make these quantum entangler porters. And we need to make a refined obsidian. Like bar, we need a refined obsidian ingot. And to do that, we need an osmium compressor. So we need refined obsidian and 1 osmium. So actually, we can do that right now. So refined obsidian. No, wait. So we need this recipe. And that is actually the recipe right there, because 1 osmium ingot and 1 refined obsidian goes into a refined obsidian ingot. So we can take that, we can stick that in here. And I didn't actually need this crusher. I don't know why I made a crusher. I thought that the obsidian was from a crusher, that's why I made that. But if we need any crushing recipes, we can do them now. Can't find any, but we just got any shouter will do, which is a tavern. If we can get out. There we go. So this tavern is now completed. Amazing. That's some really funky noises. Sounds like a bug. Oh wow. But there is a dude, and we can recruit him for some redstone right there. In fact, we are going to do that. Because we need some more settlers, basically. Redstone. I'm running proper low on redstone, but that's fine if we get a new bloke in our...
It's your gold.
Yay! You should be auto-assigned as well. I think I haven't turned that off yet. Where is it? It's over here. So, in the work areas, settings, automatic. So, he will automatically be assigned to a job, and he'll just go off and do that job. I don't know what he's assigned to now, but we can see he might be the bloke that maintains...
It's your gold.
Does it say in here? Druid. Okay, so he wants to be a guard as well. So he's going to be a guard for us. Anyway, let's get back to Mechanism. I didn't really see anything that we needed to crush, but I'm sure we'll come up with something later. But that's all set up as well if we need to. As I said before, we can always upgrade these if we need to. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So there's 8 of these basic, it's just called transporters right here. I think if we grab 1 alloy, that's annoying that it didn't connect. We just wasted like a bunch of alloys right there. But what we can do is if they're all connected up together, we can convert all of these just by right-clicking the alloy on there. I'm not going to... Oh, sod it. I'm just going to do that to all of them now. This is probably painful for people to watch. Sod it. There you go. Done. But yeah, so we can upgrade them like that. So that'll make the pulling out of the inventories into the actual machines quicker. The other thing we can do is we can convert these into factories. So there is something called an installer. So there's these 4 installers here. So the basic installer will upgrade the infusers, and we can do it on the enrichment chamber, the crusher, the osmium compressor. It will upgrade it to a factory, so it will have 3 slots. In fact, I might make one of these quick and show you what I mean. Right, there we go. So I've got an installer. It's a pretty easy recipe. You just need these basic control circuits. And we can shift, right click, turns it into a factory. And now you can see it's got 3 slots. Again, it doesn't have any power, and I think it costs like 3 times as much power. So that's needed 12. Okay, so it's more power efficient. That's pretty good. Yeah, because double it would be 16, and we actually get triple out of this. So it's really, really good to upgrade all of these to the basic tier at least. We can go all the way up to ultimate eventually, and that'll be like... So if this is 3, this is 5, this is 7, this is 9, I think. This is 9. slots that you've got. You can also set this to auto sort, so if we were to put in here some redstone, so like 3 or 30 millibuckets of redstone, and we were to put some iron in here, so 3 iron, it would go in here and it just like auto sorts, so one goes in here, one goes in here, one goes in here. So that's really useful. I need to get this all set up and running and get some power to these bad boys, so I'm going to do that quick and then we'll be right back. Right, that is everything set up, I think. I may have messed a few bits up, but we'll find out. I normally do this in a compact machine, so you can kind of see why I do that in a compact machine, because it's a bit messy. But I think this is fine for now. I put a little chain in there, just to make it look a bit nicer. Didn't work. It still looks terrible, but that's fine. So we can probably go and make ourselves an alloy. If we've got missing because are you set to? I think because it's a processing thing. Wait, is it this? Which one does it need for that then? Is it refined obsidian? So for the refined obsidian, which is up here. No, that can't be right. Which recipe are you complaining about? Wait, if we do this. 8 of these turns in, so it's the refined obsidian in here. This one here. Okay, so let's check this one out. I think this does need to be like specific. So obsidian dust. We want to grab the one from Mechanism, put that in there instead. And make sure it's on 8 set. That should have changed it. Now if we go and do alloy, we can make ourselves an atomic alloy. I've already made the one from here, but you can see there, that one there is turning. So this has probably already gone through and made us a diamond. Why are you still going up? Ah, I think I know why. It's because it's going to do the refined obsidian in here as well, right? I really need speed upgrades as well. So speed upgrades, energy upgrades, and what else upgrades do we need? The installers. We need to put them on all of these. Maybe the muffler upgrades as well. So there you go. That's put in the obsidian dust. There is enough diamonds in here to make the refined obsidian. This is probably once this is finished. There you go. It's going to go in here. So we got our 2 reinforced alloy already. I like it's got a little border on it. That's quite cool. Refined obsidian's coming in right now. Did I set this up wrong? Damn, I did set this up wrong. That is definitely wrong right there. Because this should be the other. Ah, damn it. Okay. Enriched. So it's this one that it needs to be. Enriched obsidian. Ah, damn. Didn't mean to do that. I need a crafting manager. This is why I haven't set everything. Is it called a crafting manager? I can't remember what it's called. Monitor? Crafting monitor. That kind of looks like what we need. Oh, hello. Back. Oh, what was that? Fence. What? Oh, we'll have a look at that in a sec. Anyway, so we need some of this. I'm out of iron now as well. Ooh. I'll get a couple of patterns out of here. And now all I'm missing is some glass. So we can pop down here. we should probably set the furnace up as well. And maybe upgrade this furnace when we can. I have an unobtainium furnace in my Season 1. You saw that, I think. With this crafting monitor, by the way. Monitoring. I've got a load of quests that I could probably do, but do them later. We can cancel this. That's the reason that I do it, is not just to see what we've got on at the moment, but it's so we can cancel it. So if I chuck that in, that might start making us more patterns. Yeah, told you. Right, anyway, so let's try that again. Ah, it's already got some refined obsidian in there. So if we grab refined obsidian, I'm just going to chuck all of these in for now, and that will make us 2 of these alloys. But then after that, it will use the proper recipe of enriched obsidian. And after that's done, I'll actually just request a few more of these. So if I start that now, it will take 1 diamond, 2 obsidian, because you get 4 dust per obsidian. That will make 8 refined obsidian dust. One of those dust will turn into an enriched obsidian, which will then be used with the the reinforced alloy to make the atomic. So if we do that, where are you? So you're doing that now. You're doing that. You're trying to make some more refined obsidian, which is fine because it will make at least 1. That will come back in here. That will turn into that. That will go in here. That will turn into 2 of the atomic alloys. Amazing. I also want to make some reinforced... No, what's it called? The obsidian... This stuff. You should have some refined obsidian in the system already. Or are you holding it because... Let's get that going a little quicker. Ah, I see. So it was holding it until it had finished. It was holding all of the ones that were there. But now we can make some... Oh, I already had it there. Refined obsidian. We set that to go. There you go. It's using some of the osmium. So it put osmium and refined obsidian in here. And there you go. There's our refined obsidian. Oh, amazing. So another one we can do, another pattern that we could probably do. Now we need to make this teleport core, which is fine. We can make that pattern. We can then make this pattern here. We are missing this pattern, which means we need this pattern. Which means we need this pattern. And we need some more patterns. And there we go. I've got enough iron so I can make this one last pattern. And I think that's all the patterns we need. These aren't processing patterns, so all I really need to do is stick them in any sort of crafter. So I'm just going to stick them in this one for now. I do intend to make a netherite crafter at some point. Maybe I'll stick it on top here. Or we find a nice place for it. But what this lets us do is if we open our crafting grid and we go to Quantum Entangler Porter, which are basically the same as Tesseracts. We are going to need 2. And if we look in here, we seem to have all of the stuff. No way. So we just set that craft in. This is going to just go off. It's going to take a little while because none of these have upgrades right now. But yeah, it's just going to go off and make us some Quantum Entangler Porters. Amazing. Might put another crafting grid up here, just because. And if that works, if we get Quantum Entangler Porters, I can stop using these dimensional cells and start using the Quantum Entangler Porters instead, which there is no like power loss from those. So I can stick a Quantum Entangler Porter down here, and we can get rid of, you know, this setup that we've got here with the biogenerators. And we could probably get rid of these advanced energy cubes as well. Amazing. Right, I'm going to probably let this make a couple of quantum entangler porters. And I'm going to tidy up, and then we'll be right back. And that is everything done. I've made myself another entangler porter. There is already one up here. I swapped that one out. That was over here. So I can remove this now. In fact, I'm going to do that. That is also getting water. I didn't realise that. Side config, I can just turn all of these off. Gases, we can get rid of those. Pigment, like all of those we can. But the most important one is this one here. So energy is coming into this. And now you can see that there's no water in here either. It does say it's got water, but that doesn't really matter. So this has been set to Pilpoh's power. I put it on public, because if I put it on private and I do a world download for this, you guys won't be able to use it. So I'm going to put everything on public if I can. So all I did was set one of those up, called it Pilpoh's power. Up here, this is the same, except I've changed the outputs for this to be, well, the power bit to be outputs. So that's pretty good. We're going to use this quantum entangler porter when we set our quarry up. That's the whole reason that I set this up today, at least. I think the last little bit, because if I come out here, it looks like nothing happened on either sides. Although the windows are in different places, but I think that's fine. I think the last little bit to do is this bit here to cover that up. Wonderful. Right, there is automated mechanism with refined storage. Let's have a look at the stats. We're going to call it there, I think. Today is 1.93 days. Getting close to 2 days already. Amazing. And yeah, I'm going to call it an episode. Thank you for watching. Thanks for joining. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Did you know you can combine a blood extractor with a dark tank and it increases the amount that you can have in your blood extractor?